The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate. Every year we think, how can I save money on my electric bill? How can we save money on our cell phone bill? This is the year of challenging your mortgage rate. It's just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. People ask me all the time if I feel guilty for filing bankruptcy for people. No, I do not. I feel guilty not filing bankruptcy for hardworking families who are struggling every month to put food on the table. Call me now. You have power. Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by my great friends at Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. Great show ahead today, but first, the opening statement. You know, believe it or not, we're approaching the end of the year. It's almost hard to believe. I know that's cliche, but really this year flew by. And I know it's the end of the year because I'm already planning sort of my goals for next year. We should all probably have goals for the next year. And my number one personal goal is always get down to 175 pounds. And I've never reached that goal, at least since I was like 13 years old. But the end of the year is a great time for you to really do a financial health checkup as well. And a lot of you do this. You go to the local cell phone dealer and say, oh, why am I paying all these fees? I want to get my cell phone rates down. And there was a company around here, and I know the good people in this room had a lot to do with it, an insurance company that was called, they did Challenge My Rate. You might remember that. And they were challenging your insurance rates and how can I lower my insurance payment? But what we are not doing, and I don't know why we are not doing this every year, especially now, because the mortgage rates have gone up and down so much over the last few years. The biggest investment that you have is your house. And you afford your house by getting a mortgage, and no one is challenging their mortgage rate. Why are we not? And what can we do to challenge that mortgage rate? Great question. We'll answer by asking real questions. Joined today, visiting guest, wonderful friends of mine, Dallas Lehman. You have mortgage. Hello, Dallas. How are you?
Great, Justin.
An award-winning realtor, Agnes Fray is here. Hi, Agnes. How are you?
It's a pleasure to be back.
Let's think about this. End of year, right? We're always checking in on, what can we do better health-wise? What can we do better financially? And Dallas, I'll start with you. I'm telling you, everyone gets angry every year about their cell phone bill. They're like, it's sales tax, it's way too much. But no one's calling you angry about, wow, my mortgage payment is too high. My rate is too high. What can I do about it? Challenge your mortgage rate. How does it work? If someone really is concerned that they're paying too much for their mortgage, they can do a better deal. How can they call you to find out what they can do?
Outstanding question. That's something everybody should be doing, is always keep an eye on the mortgage payment. I like that idea. And the reason that they're not calling me is because I got them a great rate. No, but besides that.
Good idea.
No, but quite honestly, they should always take a look at their rates. And a good way to start that is look at where you sit today on your mortgage. What type of mortgage do you have? Do you have a 30-year fixed? Do you have a 15-year? Do you have a VA? Do you have an FHA? Look at your loan. Now, the next part of that equation is, it's very easy to see, what is the general rate out there? You can Google that, you can look in the news, you can find it just about anywhere, what that average rate is. And if you're below that, then you want to say, well, maybe it doesn't make sense if it's something I can look into. If you are in a position to change that because you don't like where you sit with your rate now versus what you see out there, then it's time to have a conversation. But I will tell you this, as we head into the final quarter where we are now this year, now's a good time to do it, and rates are lowering as we speak. The Fed has spoken, or is going to speak today, and I continue to see rates going down for the rest of this year and certainly into the next quarter of next year.
I think there's some people out there who are like, well, it's easy to go to the Verizon store and change my account, but I remember getting that mortgage, I had to send in all my W-2s, all this paperwork, and you know what, forget it. I will deal with this next year. That can be costing people a lot of money monthly, because if you lower your rate, obviously your payment's going to go down. Or Dallas, maybe someone owes 25 years left on their mortgage. If the rates come down, they can maybe even reduce that to 10 or 15 years.
Absolutely right. And people start to, the consumer today and a lot of the people today are very educated. One of the things they're watching always is their insurance rate. Now, generally speaking, your insurance starts to creep up a little bit. And if they've been in there for 25 years, their insurance part of that payment has definitely increased. So that's part of it. The other part is, do they have an HOA? I can guarantee you, as you could probably say the same thing, probably Agnes too, that HOAs will always raise in some way. But no, there's so many different parts of that puzzle, but you know what? It never hurts to check. It's something you should always have at the top of your list, where you want to keep it as important to your monthly finances. And then again, your equity is so crucial for your success.
I mean, if you own a house, this should be a resolution for you for next year, and start it now by calling Dallas and saying, look, Dow, this is what I've got going on. Can you do better? It costs you nothing. It's not like this is a fee. It costs you nothing to figure out if you can save money, or even sometimes more importantly, chop years off of that mortgage payment. Same goes though with people's real estate. And Agnes, the real estate market over the last 4 years now has been wild. You know, you think of COVID times, it spiked unbelievably high. The last year or so, it's gone down a lot, obviously, and maybe now leveling out a little bit. I think people are a little bit lost as to, number one, who to trust to get an accurate value of their home, because we've all seen the Zillows and the Realtor.com and these websites, which can be untrustworthy at the end of the day. But I think people have really lost track of what their houses are actually worth now. And at the end of the day, the value of your home is what should dictate whether you're buying or selling or refinancing. How do you recommend someone really finds out what the value of their home is?
That's a really great question. And just to go back to the first thought that you said, with the roller coaster going through on the market, you also see how the number of licensed realtors are out there too. A lot of people got their licenses during the COVID times because it was at its peak. And ever since, it's going lower and lower. And at this point, we are like a 4 or 5% of the realtors that are actually handling transactions. And it is because of the investment on their education, investment on their involvement to be in a realtor, and to have the right professional team around them. I was amazed listening to you. I'm so happy that we are working together on some other projects too, because it is important to choose the right team. And it comes with your realtor, who is a go-to and starter point, and that person can refer you to a mortgage person, to an appraiser, to an insurance company, to whoever is your needs. So this is when you want to know how much is your house value, it's really just go to your professional team.
I agree.
Which is multiple people that can come up with one number.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the real estate agent, the realtor, is that quarterback in that transaction, much like if someone gets injured in an automobile accident, often the chiropractor becomes the quarterback with all the other doctors. Same thing rings true in real estate, I think, with realtors. Can you guys stick around?
Absolutely.
I feel like we have hardly scratched the surface. Here's what we're going to do. When I come back, you know, I'm never afraid to tell you what I think is really going on in the market and what I think is going to go on in the future, and it's always from my heart and from exactly what I believe is going to happen. I will make a very bold prediction about what I see happening in this real estate market next year. Also, and I was around during the foreclosure crisis, which is not happening. That's not going to be the prediction, but when people were losing their houses to foreclosure, doing short sales back in 2008, 9, 10, there was one city in this market that even though they were losing their house, people would tell me, I'm having to sell my house in blank city, but I'm never leaving blank city. What city is that? Vivian Lehman goes there as You Have Real Estate continues. Welcome to our house. I mean, you spend more time here than I do, but it is hurricane season. You know our windows are terrible. Yeah. When hurricanes roll through, we actually go to your parents' house because we feel safer there, because you don't feel the wind vibration. Go feel the windows right now. Hit the windows like that.
Okay.
This is not a window.
No,
that
and
it should
I mean,
ever
there's
be relied
condensation
upon
from just our sprinkler.
But during a storm like that, you
Water's
wonder why you
coming
feel the
through.
vibrations. Even when a summer storm rolls through, we feel the vibrations here. That's why Dan Brigman is here today, Renewal by Anderson. Dan, as a man, I want to feel like I have a safe, protected place for my family. And I don't here. I'm not ready for hurricane season because of the windows that we have. What can I do as a family guy to make sure my family's safe during the storm season?
Well, first thing you have to do is you got to do what, you've got to inspect your windows. You've got to know and learn about what you have. And you know, Justin, what you have is not a hurricane window. That's not going to stop anything from coming in this house. If a shingle or a terracotta tile were to blow off in your next door neighbor's house in a windstorm and hit that, and you're sitting at this table, it is not a good day. All right, it is coming through. So what we have to do is we have to get coastal windows in this house, and we have to get them in as soon as we can.
I totally agree. The financing that you have too is fantastic. you make it super easy for me to afford windows in my house.
Yes, we do. Look, we know that no home improvement project is cheap, right? I mean, most of us just don't carry, $50, $60, $70,000 around in our pocket, right? And so what you have to do is you have to make it affordable for our homeowners, and that's just what we do through our easy pay plans. We have multiple different ways that we do business. We have 12 months no interest, 18 months, 24 months. We even have 180-month low interest plans. Some of them as low as 5.9. You can't even buy a house.
You can't. Not even close. Do you feel? Thank you, Dan, for coming. By the way, do you feel better?
I do.
Are you going to stop yelling at me?
I mean, Dan's here, so Dan's going to save the day. RBA is always going to save the day.
Renewal by Anderson, QR code on the screen right now. Get your family prepared for hurricane season and storm season. Even if the hurricane doesn't come through, the storm season gets scary here in Florida as well. Do it today. Welcome back to the show. 2008 foreclosure crisis. I was right in the thick of it. Clients would come into my office and say, look, Justin, I'm so underwater. I want to sell my house in Oviedo, but I'm buying another house in Oviedo. People that are in Oviedo, they don't leave Oviedo. Vivian Lehman is here to tell you why.
We are visiting Oviedo today, and you may have known that it's renowned for its free-roaming chickens, but it also features a rather large population of peacocks, also known as a pride if grouped together. I guess that's where they got the saying, proud as a peacock. The town was founded in part by Swedish immigrants, including Andrew Allen, who is responsible for the city's name today. Oviedo is also a city in Spain, and the name honors Florida's Spanish past. The city started to expand from Lake Jesup. This lake was the southernmost point for boat traffic along the St. Johns River. What is now Aloma Avenue used to be Oviedo Winter Park Road and was the most direct route to Winter Park.
The median household income is about $116,000. The median home value in 2024 was $522,000.
Fun fact, the Alifair Woods neighborhood features streets named after significant figures responsible for Oviedo's development.
What is it?
Median age is around 33. I was surprised until I remembered it's also close to the University of Central Florida. We can't talk about Oviedo without mentioning the Townhouse Restaurant, a favorite of the locals. Many families have moved out to this area to enjoy the rural lifestyle and, of course, the free-roaming chickens. If you would like more information on Oviedo, don't hesitate to contact me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Vivian. And a bold prediction from me on the real estate market next year. It's going to be strong, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very strong. The interest rates, I believe, are going to continue to come down. I think that there are so many buyers that are sitting on the sidelines right now because of the rates, because of all the uncertainty. I think sellers have really kept their houses maybe priced a little bit too high. I think we're going to have a very, very, very strong 2026 in the Central Florida real estate market. You can agree or disagree if you want. Dallas Lehman rejoins me. What do you think?
I couldn't agree more. Quite honestly, as I said before, the rates are on their way down. The pressure has been on the Fed, and it's not just on the Fed. The economics of the entire picture for this year tells us that they are coming down, and they should. It's going to offer some relief. So I agree with you. Going into the new year, it's going to be a strong market. You're going to see more snowbirds continue to come down here and buy vacation seconds, some rental opportunity. There's a lot of 55 plus communities down here like Margaritaville and a few others that attract those clients. 2026 is going to be an amazing year for Florida real estate.
I agree. And I think Orlando's becoming a cooler town too. It's not just Disney World anymore. Michelin restaurants everywhere you look. It's a pretty cool city now, and I'm happy to be here. Agnes, real quick though, award-winning, you've won some awards through Aura. I want to hear about.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to be a recipient for 2 awards. It's the first time that Aura give out the 2 awards to 1 participant, which in my mind is really combines together because one of them is a pillar of the community and the other one in the Innovation Awards. So I feel like I won both because of the same effort.
Yeah.
But it's not just an acknowledgement on my effort and my team, but it's really the acceptance and support from the Aura management and what they are doing there now. It's a great group of people.
Congrats. I'd like to hit a couple properties here quickly as well. Tell me about Lake Point Drive.
So it is a very interesting project because we have 2 condos for sale. They're mirrored condos, about 1,700 square foot each. It could be opened up into one to have the largest unit there. What
Just depends on if you like your mother-in-law or don't like the mother-in-law.
That is true.
I like mine. Go ahead.
And what is beautiful and interesting about the Ventura community is that in the 90s, the builders, when they started to really develop Florida, they were doing this experiment that they put all the different realtors into one HOA, one community. So we have the early style of Pulte homes to Lenart, so all these big names in one community with a 24/7 gated security. So you go into your own little private golf court village, pretty much. There is recreations, there is their own little beach, there is the lakes, there is everything there. Multiple pickleballs, tennis, it's you don't want to leave it. What is exciting is the demographics there is a lot of snowbirds, and it's open for Airbnb as well. So we see changes there that you see a super diverse building structure.
And North Alafaya Trail, tell me about that one.
So we have a standalone office building. So right now it's operating as a shared office building with 50 offices, 47 businesses.
Wow.
It is for sale for $5 million, maybe a few minutes away from UCF. We do see how UCF is really trying to change and shape the landscape there. And we are excited to see what's going to happen to that project, if they're going to keep it as or they're going to build something on it.
Great investment opportunity. And finally, just in time for Christmas, Christmas Tree Land.
You know, it is one of my favorite projects to sell. I bring it up every single time, as long as I don't sell it yet. It is a very tiny little land. You know, in Christmas, Florida, there is a Christmas tree and there is a mailbox. So it's about 12,000 cars passing through every single day, and Christmas time, tens of thousands of people going there to mail their letters so the stamp will say Christmas.
Wow.
So now in Termix, we are selling that land, which is perfect for food trucks, signage, just to really take advantage of the traffic on that.
I gotta hit Christmas this Christmas season. I don't think I've ever done it.
Yeah, send some mails from it.
Just in time for Christmas.
That's right,
Yes,
exactly.
it
Good
is
job.
exciting.
If you'd like to see any of these properties, Agnes would be happy to show them to you. Or if you want to challenge your mortgage rate, Dallas will do just that for you as well. 407-205-0400. Thank you guys. Great job as always. A very quick break. We'll be right back to wrap up the show. You Have Real Estate continues.
I've got to be honest with you, I hate our yard.
Obviously, I know that. I mean, you've already been honest about it.
I mean, it's literally, we bought this beautiful house and the side of our house is so dead.
I think that you don't like it, obviously, because we have a lot of trees, and especially this time of year, it's beautiful out, and you feel like you don't even want to go outside because it's just ugly. And I agree with you.
Well, I love the trees, but I hate the fact that our grass doesn't grow because of the trees.
Okay.
So what did I do?
Well, you've already done it.
Well, I might have called our friend Ryan over from Delaturf to have him over because I simply cannot look at our yard anymore. And I want something where I can be happy to go outside, go hang out, enjoy the beautiful weather, but not be like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Please don't look out my window.
And for me, I'm glad you did in some ways. And a lot of things for me is like about trust, especially when it comes to doing things around the house. Like I really want to trust who is going to not only be around our house, especially when I'm at work and you're home. I want to know that that team is going to take care of you, number one, but also make sure that when it comes to the financial aspect of it, they're going to take care of us.
Absolutely. And I mean, honestly, I think I'm saving you a little bit of money because we could be replacing all that with like, I don't know, real grass. But why not use artificial turf and have it, one-time purchase, right? And then we can have something beautiful and it's not going to die. So.
Can I get a putting green?
Yes, you can.
You promise?
But we have to talk to Ryan first about our consultation.
All right.
Ryan, thank you for coming to our house, Justin. Are you
Thank
excited?
you, Ryan. I couldn't be more excited, honestly.
Listen, Ryan's here to save the day. You're here to save our yard. Okay, so tell me, how is this process going to work?
So basically do the first thing, which is call us out so we can come out, take a look at the area. We typically bring samples and kind of get a plan together for you that fits the budget and obviously is fun for everyone at the same time.
So I have a budget in mind, of course, but I also don't know exactly what I want. So I just know when I walk outside, and especially when she walks outside because she gets mad at me and she's like, it's ugly. but we really don't know exactly what we want. The design part is important to me. Can you help me with the design?
100%. Yes, that's exactly what we're here for, is to kind of, again, take a look at that area. And if you don't have any ideas in mind, then we can kind of throw some stuff at you and see what you like the best. So we can cater to what you're looking for at the same time.
And it's not just turf. I mean, I really love kind of like the stepping stone thing to kind of break it up. I mean, I'm seeing it everywhere. It's super trendy. You guys do that too?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Very, very popular option to have the stepping stones with turf strips in between.
I'm onto something.
Yeah. Speaking of stepping stone though as well, I mean, I have a big outdoor area with really nothing. It's a blank canvas. What if we come up with an idea for the entire thing? I'm talking outdoor kitchen, everything, but then we also do kind of stepping stone, one step at a time, and do it over time. Have you ever done that?
Oh, yes. Many times we've actually done it to where we have a foundation laid and then we can come back after and do things like outdoor kitchens or pergolas or anything that can be on top of the foundation.
Well, Ryan, we're excited to use DelaTurf, really kind of change our yard. I'm excited because the best time of the year is here, and I'm finally going to be proud of our yard.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't think we're changing our yard. I think we're changing our lives in so much, especially as the weather is so amazing now. You think about, we have 3,000 square feet under air, but now really we have 5,000 square feet because we can use that outdoor area and enjoy this time of year.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty.
It is.
It's the best of both worlds. You should call DelaTurf today if you can't stand your yard, or maybe you just want a little refresh, little remodel, because they really do it all.
Welcome back to the show. You know, it's rare that one invention or one building can really change how real estate is done in a certain area, but that is what has happened in the city of Ocala when the World Equestrian Center, which is a beautiful facility, by the way, came into Ocala. I think it's really changed how Ocala is viewed on the map. The queen of Ocala real estate is here, or princess, queen or princess, you tell me. All right, the queen of Ocala real estate, Elisha Lopez, joins me. But it's true, Ocala's always kind of been known as the horse capital of the world in some ways, but when WEC got there, it really was a game changer.
It really was. Prior to that, just even like the real estate market price points were so much lower. Affordability factor was there, but then there was really not a whole lot going on. You're either in the equestrian community or you were just, maybe somebody necessarily working at Walmart. But now the demographic of residents in our area has changed so much, and it's the Disney world of the equestrian world.
It is the Disney world, a very young Disney world though as well. I think investing in real estate around that World Equestrian Center, or really anywhere in Ocala, has changed completely because there are so many events at WEC that people are constantly looking to rent houses. Investment real estate in Ocala, especially around WEC, is awesome.
It really is. I'd say with a circumference of anywhere 20 minutes outside of the equestrian center, to be an owner and purchase something for an Airbnb, we're seeing that starting to come back again because it fizzled out for a while. But there's some good deals out there for that.
And people that are there, first of all, a lot of times it's families, so they want more space. They don't want to just have a hotel room. But if you look at hotel rooms around WEC, there's not a whole lot of options either. I mean, Airbnb and renting a house is kind of the way to go.
It definitely is, and especially when you've got your horse and you've got everything that you need to bring with you. So being able to rent a Airbnb that has the barn and has everything that you need to get your horse ready for shows, that's huge.
It is huge. And if you're looking to invest in real estate, I highly recommend the Ocala area, really all of Marion County. But Elisha has listings that are coming on the market now, or are already on the market, or coming on the market soon. QR code is on the screen for Elisha Lopez. She'll literally show you listings as they come on the market, and you can invest in real estate before anyone else gets their hands on it. And it's true, if you buy a house for investment near Disney World, it's going to be a lot more than if you buy a house in Ocala for investment. Sometimes people buy 2 and 3 for the price of 1 near Disney.
That's like the BOGO on houses. It really is. You're almost getting 2 for 1.
And then you can rent them on Airbnb or do long-term rentals, but it's a great way to really build that real estate portfolio. Elisha, always a great job. And I still think people are missing the boat somewhat in Ocala, even though I know you feel a big buzz there. It's such a great, fantastic deal. Excellent work. Thank you to all of our amazing guests, our wonderful crew. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.